What's going on, Misha? It's a pleasure to see you.
What's up?
By the way, guys, this is Brandon with Shisha Beyond Borders. I'm here sitting with my good friend Misha, and we're discussing a couple of questions that we might have in the American community. And first of all, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to sit with me and hang out and all that good stuff. So one thing I want to know about you is I want to know more about your educational background. Where did you go to school? What did you major in?
So the school was just a regular school in Russia, nothing special, but for my high degree, I went to an agricultural university in Moscow, Timirazevsk, and I'm like a scientific agronomist, something like that. So my background is in plant protection and in genetics, actually, because my dream in childhood was to work with genetics. I had a lot of, my grandmother, she worked in genetics lab, so as a child I went there and saw some mice, some experiments, and I liked it a lot. So I had a dream to work in the lab. And on my last courses of university, I went on practice to some genetics lab, and it was very interesting for me, but something happened, because in Russia, when you work in science, you have a lot of troubles, yeah? And some troubles came up, and I didn't want to continue. So a friend of mine, he asked if I want to take a seasonal job as a hookah master, and I did, and here I am.
And here you are. That's amazing. Actually.
But it helps, because when you know something about plants, if you know something about tobacco from your education, it helps.
Ah, excellent. Another question that I have for you is about the production. Right? There's a big uproar in the community about DARKSIDE tobacco. Obviously, it's already working. Everything is going according to plan. However, there is a big issue about explaining the difference between unwashed and boiled. People think if it's boiled, then therefore it is washed. Can you please explain the difference between these two things?
Okay, I would say that we take from the plant from Europe only unprocessed tobacco. So the only thing they do with this tobacco is they remove the central stem, and that's all. And we get it to our factory. And then after cutting, we put it in the boiling machines. And boiling machines, they prevent any moisture of going from this boiling machine. So it's sealed. And we know that any water that we lose, it's without nicotine. It's only water from the sugar syrup. So we made some experiments to prove that. And it's not the washing process. You keep everything inside of something that is sealed, so you can't lose it, and nothing happens with that. No component goes outside of this machine. So after that, we put it in a small batches in hermetic containers. So there are no nothing is lost in the process. And we boil tobacco because we needed to obtain proper qualities. So every component of the sauce goes inside the leaf, and it's very important for burley. As many of the guys may know, burley is it's hard to make burley absorb everything without heating it. So it's a really good process, and I'm completely sure that it's not the same when you wash it. Yeah. So at any stage we don't do that.
Okay, perfect. There's actually a little bit of a disturbance in the Russian community. When DARKSIDE started to do cooperation and starting to expand outside of Russia, there are some Russians that feel that maybe you forgot about them and their interests. Can you please explain to me, what your process is to make sure that you stay intact with the Russian market?
Actually, it was a huge problem for me. Because when I started working in more and more facility on the product, I lost my ability to go directly to customers. Yeah. So for example, just recently, 2 weeks ago, it was like a joke. I went to work as a hookah master in a hookah place in St. Petersburg, hookah place Poltavskaya, just to feel again this feeling when you work, all day in the hookah lounge. Yeah, it was very interesting for me. But it's like one-time action. And it was very important for me to preserve this feature of our company, that we talk directly to the customers, not even on the hookah fairs, but during the whole year. And to do that, we created a project of ambassadors. And those guys, their main objective is to collect feedback and to present like the results of our work based on that feedback. So it's like a bridge between our customers and our research and development department. So this is a very important connection for us. And it was like a first part of this project when the guys came to educate on our products and to show the better ways of doing, of mixing. And this stage is closing right now, and we're moving to the second stage when we want to talk more about service, to talk more about product improvement. So I think it's not the question of forgetting the core audience. It's our top resource from what we get our ideas, from what we get our inspiration. So we never forget about our audience, about our clients, about our customers, about our friends, because it's professional community which we are connected to heavily. And actually, our new line, DARKSIDE Shot, and part of our booth right now, Core Mix, is based on the feedback we got from the professional hookah masters and from professional, community. So I think we have a very strong connection. We never forget about Russian market. And every new product we put on the Russian market initially before putting on European markets. Because in Russia we get a lot of critics on every flavor, and we make sure that we will improve on these critics. So it's still the best resource we got.
Excellent. That's a good idea. You should do that. You should definitely keep in touch with your base. And okay, so actually, I'm really curious about your new line. I haven't been, to be honest, I haven't been able to spend as much time as I would love to at your booth. Beautiful booth, by the way. But tell us, there's a lot of rebranding going on with DARKSIDE right now. Now there's like Core. Never heard of it. It just came out of nowhere. Can you please explain that to me? Okay,
so when we launched our project in Europe, we thought that the word soft is not that understandable in the means of tobacco. It's not that soft. It's like basic tobacco from DARKSIDE. So it has a low strength comparing to medium or to core. So it should be called like that. It's more understandable for new customers, for guys who are trying DARKSIDE the first time. So, and it was very successful in Europe. We got a real good feedback on that, and we decided that we move closer both communities, Russian and European. And we have a lot of changes in Russian community. A lot of new hookah masters come to work in lounges. So we thought it's a good idea to rebrand, to represent a change in philosophy of our lines, because we changed them. Because we get a lot of feedback through the years on soft line, on medium line, on rare line, and now we're including that in their names. So soft line is like a basic tobacco you try when you're first trying DARKSIDE, so it's base. Core is for core audience, for core community that's working with our tobacco. And rare is for those rare individuals who want it stronger. So this is completely understandable now. And all new changes to lines, to flavors, and to basic principles of these lines will follow the line of this name, of this rebranding.
Excellent. Are you excited about debuting your tobacco in the United States, or is there still no option for that?
I want to do that, but we have some issues with that, which we are working on, and I hope this year finally we'll do that.
I hope so. Are you planning on coming to the expo this year?
I would like to. I don't know about will we do our booth or not, but certainly someone from our company, or me, or we all as a company with the booth will come to Vegas. I'm sure about that. But still, I don't have any strict, information on that.
I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah. Me too. I would like to.
The community as a whole has been doing a lot of work for DARKSIDE and has promoted your brand and really tried to get the product to the end customer and get that feedback and then provide it to you guys. And I think that's really important for you to gather not only the feedback from Russia, which is your base audience, which is phenomenal, by the way. I think one of the most intelligible, and also get your understand your German and the American audience prior to release. So we don't have to pedal back any kind of flavors or any kind of adjustments that are needed later on down the line. So this is why I was really, really proud of you guys as a company to to supply tobacco to us, and so we can try it, we can provide the feedback, and we will have a say prior to release. So I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if there's anything else, I really appreciate everything that DARKSIDE has done for Russia in general, and just tobacco in this culture, because you totally transformed it. And thank you so much. This concludes everything I have for you. And thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, thank you.